Hey guys, it's Pearson. Today we're going to be going over saddles, my preferred method of climbing, gear, and we're going to be comparing both the tethered saddles. Alright, so this is my setup for public land hunting. I do tend to use this on private land as well. It gives me the opportunity to move from, if I have a lock on already hung and a buck seems to be coming out in a different area every night, I can just grab my saddle, move right into that spot and be up to take the shot. I'm going to walk in with my saddle on. I do have the Thethrd mantis. Jeremy has the new Thethrd Phantom. So our setups are going to be a little bit different, but this is just what works for me and what I found to be the most effective. So once I get to the tree, basically, I'm going to take my pack off. And the way I have this strapped down to keep the sticks from sliding, I put a bungee around the top, undo my lone wolves, set them to the side, and pull my predator. And then I pull my predator platform off. I have 3 different bungees on the sides of my saddle. The one in the back I put around the standoff for the tree. I unhook my sticks. One stick goes on this bungee here, just on the standoffs. One on the other side. This one would be attached to the tree, would be the first one. I always keep the buckled on the first one, so it's the last one off the tree, last one in my hand, so I can stack the rest one on top of the other and buckle it up. I'm wearing my saddle in, I'm unpacking my pack, I'm throwing the platform on the back with a bungee, 2 sticks on either side. I'm putting my aider on. I will say that this is not my idea. Most of the stuff I've just gathered from watching videos and seeing different people and kind of putting different things together that works for me. And I challenge you guys to do the same. If you see something you like, keep looking. Look at other people, look at other setups, and just see what, go out there, try it out, see what works best for you. So before I ascend, I hang my stick. And like Jeremy touched on earlier, if you can't your stick to the side, before you set it, allows you to get the tightest loop. I take my lineman's belt out, and in my bag I have it stacked with the lineman's belt on top and my tether on the bottom, and that allows you to grab the first rope that you will always need first. We both use the Ropeman 1, and it's fantastic for climbing. That ease of one movement. I take my aider, put the first one on, I step up, take the next one, sit it on the next stick, and that's pretty stable as I'm coming up. And as I climb, those hooks are coming off. Get to the top of that one, tighten my lineman's, grab my next stick, and then I would continue up on my 3rd stick. So after I get the platform down and set tight, I'm going to be reaching for my tether. Just a moment to touch on the platform here. I did make my own in the beginning. Before I didn't know if I was going to fully dive into saddle hunting. It worked fine, but this predator platform is definitely solid and worth the money. I did opt to try out the Amstel Versa strap from Thethrd. I feel like the cinch strap that comes with it is a little bit tighter, This is quieter though, doesn't have that buckle that can swing around, hit metal and make noise. So this year I'll still play with that and see which one I prefer. I'm going to put one foot on the platform. I'm going to go for my tether. Make sure that's tight. And then I'm going to attach my bridge. That way, no matter what, before I put all my weight on this platform, I'm tied in more than one location. So as I'm stepping, I'm tightening up my tether. So before I take my bridge off, I use this chance to put my tethered in the position that I like, loosen it up. I tend to like it above my head. Depending on the tree, I may make that adjustment, keep it down lower. But I tighten that up for now, and as I loosen my linements, I'm putting that weight against here to make sure that it is stiff and sturdy. One thing I do like, if I'm walking in or climbing, there are two different spots on the mantis that you can put the adjustments for your straps underneath your legs. If I'm climbing, walking in, I keep them on the top ones by the belt. Once I'm up into climbing height, before I take my my lineman's belt off, I'm going to move that down to my lower tab here. That allows the saddle to fit me a little bit better, and it helps not, so the saddle doesn't ride up on me. It keeps it down lower, and it's more of a comfortable sit. Other thing is, I tend to use the pad. I did try knee pads in the beginning. Just felt like, especially in the early season, the legs are sweating. The pad just seemed to be a little bit more for me. I can use them if I want. If I stand up, I don't need it. I encourage everybody to try practice on the lowest part of the tree. You don't even need any sticks. If anything, one stick transfer. All right, so this is my saddle setup. This is the Thethrd mantis. I ordered the tethered pouch, a smaller one. That houses my lineman's belt and my tethered. I always keep my lineman's belt hooked to my saddle, so it's always there, and then I also stack them how I'm going to use them on the tree. I keep my bridge slid up underneath my belt and tucked to the side. That keeps you from getting it hooked on the steps. And then one other thing is, if you are using the saddles, you do notice this thing likes to loosen up on you. If you're experiencing that, basically to fix that, if you tighten it up to your desired tightness, fold it down to make like a triangle right at the buckle, run it through, and flip it over it. And no matter what, that's not coming any looser. You will have to undo that loop. On the mantis, you have two different loops for your leg straps, top and bottom. Me personally, as I'm walking in and as I'm climbing, I can't move my legs very easily with them on the side, so I keep them on top. But once I'm sitting, riding at hunting height, I do move them to lower down to keep the saddle from riding up. The other pouch, basically I got one off of Amazon. Works good for me. I cut the inner liner out so it's not swooshy. This houses wind indicator, flashlight. This is where I'm going to keep my my drawstring for my rope, or for my bow, to pull my bow up from the ground. This has got my light in it, my back harness. If you guys are getting into saddle hunting, this back strap is a lifesaver. You can make them if you want out of like a strap for your gun, but if you're ordering them, they make a very nice back strap that definitely saves a lot of fatigue as you're hunting. If I wasn't using my camera, wasn't self-filming, I wouldn't even need a backpack. Basically, I could just carry everything that I need up there. The differences with the mantis that I noticed is the two different points for your leg straps to hook into. Being in the Phantom, I definitely noticed there is a difference between pressure points in which strap I would choose. I feel like you have more of an option with the mantis. I feel like the straps on the Phantom don't get low enough and don't feel like it's tucked underneath my butt. Now that's my opinion. Again, different trees, different people are going to have different opinions. From there, the bridge itself on the Phantom I love. Just the option to be able to adjust shorter or longer. Again, on different trees, your tension pressure points are all going to change, and it's nice to be able to adjust that. On the Phantom, you have these little adjustment balls that are like woven in to the fabric. That allows that bridge not to slide to any given point, to wherever the angle is. You can adjust it to what angle. So between those two options, I definitely like the Phantom over the mantis. Alright guys, that about wraps up for today. If you guys want anything specific or have any questions, comment below, let us know. We can make another video or just answer your questions. Again, I encourage you guys, get out, try different methods, figure out what works best for you, keep it low at a safe height, swing around, feel comfortable in your saddle. I definitely stress to use at least the boots that you are going to be hunting in. Footwear definitely will change your mindset of how stable you can be on the platform. Get your bow out, shoot, try different angles, move the target around the tree, practice all that stuff in the daylight and at a low height before you raise yourself up. If you have anything else, please let us know, and we'll see you on the next one.